People are struggling financially right now. Nearly everything is costing more, which is directly connected to the war in Ukraine. But our nation's leaders are not interested in peace. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin is now on his way to meet with leaders of 50 other countries to announce not a peace declaration, but a new round of funding for Ukraine. Basically, a blank check. The money's not coming out of their pockets, it's coming out of the pockets of the American people. Ukraine's President Zelensky is also expected to speak before the G20 soon to lobby for yet more military funding. He's not interested in peace. He wants more money for war. Now, Biden and his administration have encouraged this attitude by essentially handing over our foreign policy to Zelensky. He gets to make the decisions, telling him, here you go, you've got a blank check. We'll do whatever you want for however long you want. No accountability for any of this. They want to squeeze every penny out of the American taxpayer. They don't care at all how Ukraine and the defense contractors, the military-industrial complex, are spending our money. Now, Douglas Macgregor is a retired U.S. Army colonel, and he joins us next to talk about this insanity. Doug, it's good to see you. What do you think?
Tulsi, you hit the nail on the head. I think Secretary Austin is making a last-ditch effort to fight back against Ukraine fatigue. The truth is, the Europeans are tired of pouring money into this. They're tired of sending equipment into a black hole. He's going to have a tough time making any inroads. And one of the big reasons is that General Milley, our chairman of the Joint Chiefs, decided to leak his personal advice to the president in the New York Times. And he said, the Ukrainians have probably accomplished all that they reasonably can, and now is the time that they really need to start negotiating. Well, what Milley was really saying in so many words is Ukraine is in a lot of trouble. They have no power, no electricity, no energy of any kind, no fuel, increasingly not enough food and not enough water. And they've taken horrendous casualties, over 100,000 dead and hundreds of thousands of wounded. They're in very bad shape. And the second part of the message is you better start negotiating, because the Russians are preparing for a winter offensive, which is going to be devastating and will be designed to finish off the Ukrainian armed forces and the regime. So on the one hand, you've got the administration that says, let's send more money to this losing proposition, and people are tired of it. And then on the other hand, you have the chairman of the Joint Chiefs who says, well, the game's almost up, so let's negotiate.
Yeah, it's outrageous, Doug, to see how just a few days ago we learned that the Biden administration basically told Zelensky, hey, just make it look like you're open to negotiations, because if you say publicly that you're not willing to negotiate, which we know he's not, then people are going to be less likely to keep shoveling money in his direction. It's interesting when we actually hear the truth that they don't want any of us to hear out loud. Thank you so much, Colonel Doug Macgregor. It's always great to talk to you.
Sure, thank you.